So good morning, ladies and gents, fellow photographers. We are about an hour before the sunrise. Let me tell you this, it is a beautiful, crisp, clear, freezing cold morning here in the Lake District. We're at a beautiful, classic location, and I'm hoping to meet up with a couple of other photographers, quite unlike me. I am definitely gonna need the gloves this morning, 100%. So yeah, thank you once again, of course, for joining me on my little Advent series that I've got going on. And you know what? I am really looking forward to this morning. I wanted to sort of touch on that whole point in today's video of, you know, meeting up with other photographers. Like I was joking at the start of the video there, this is something that I never really do. And to be honest with you, I don't really know why. I think for me, for the most part, I genuinely just, I do really enjoy my own company. So that can end up becoming like a little bit of a cycle where I never end up meeting anybody. I never meet up with any other photographers or anything like that. And yeah, please drop a comment down below. Do you meet up with other photographers? Do you see it as more of a social thing? But either way, to be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to it this morning. I feel proper excited, if I can find them, that is, because in all honesty, we've got quite a broad meeting place. So yeah, like I said, bit of a classic location this morning. We're around the sort of Elter Water area. We get incredible views looking back to the omnipresent Langdale Pikes. And I'm really excited as well. A bit of a weird one, hopefully something a little bit different, but we've got what looks like a full moon, or pretty much a full moon, that I think is going to set somewhere near the Langdales. Don't quote me on that one just yet, but yeah, perhaps a little bit of added interest for the photography. We shall see. So I've just had a bit of a memory, actually, a really nice memory that I'd just completely forgotten about, but I made a YouTube video. It would have been approximately 4 years ago. I tell you what, almost to the day, I'd say, not approximately. And the YouTube video was here. And it was where I was telling yous that I was going full-time as a landscape photographer. And it all just came back to me then, because I was telling yous like here, in this pretty much this exact spot right now. And it was similar time of year. I think it was in November, and it was freezing, it was frosty. And I remember just feeling like all sort of nervous, like, oh, am I making the right decision? You know, it was a big leap. And honestly, here I am, like, what, 4 years later or something, living my dream. And I suppose I've got yous more than anything to thank for that, you know. Yous make this dream a possibility. So yeah, before we're getting into any photography today, I'm saying to yous a massive thank you for your support. A beautiful little memory, to be honest, on an equally beautiful morning. So it'd be nice to get one or two nice photographs, wouldn't it, just to top it all off. You know what, I have to be honest here. I have to be honest with you, because this is just the way that I feel as a photographer. There's loads of photographers here, man, and that's brilliant, and I'm one of them, obviously, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, and it's got nothing to do with the photographers that I'm hopefully meeting, but I can't find them at the minute, because there's photographers all over the gaff. But I don't want this to sound moany or anything, it's just the person that I am. It sort of instantly makes me realise, like, I just love, I guess there's two different things, isn't there? There's going out and shooting with other photographers deliberately, and then there's being in a location where there's loads of other photographers about. Bottom line is, I wish I wasn't this way. I wish I could just feel comfy and you know, take photographs around other people. I don't feel like I enjoy my photography because everyone's just photographing the same thing. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like I say, I really hope it doesn't sound moany, because that's not very much that's not very much like me. But yeah, it's just the way that I feel. I've come away down now at Elterwater just to try and get, you know, a little bit of space on my own, and hopefully try and find something original. Although the photograph that I've got in mind is anything but original. Trust me. Right, so I'm set up for this shot, and yeah, I'll talk you through it in a minute, but going back to what I was just talking about, honestly, I feel so fearful that I just sound like a miserable lad. But again, I do comment below, like, make me feel better. let me know if you feel, any of you feel the same out there. But I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I guess, is it different like personalities, and I don't know why other photographers are just not bothered. That'd be a good place to be. Like, they're just not bothered. There's photographers over there, photographers over there. Yeah, I wish I could be like that, man. That would be ideal. So yeah, anything but an original photograph this. It is a real classic, so isn't that a little bit ironic? Complaining about everyone taking the classic shots, and here I am doing the same. Oh, melts my head, it does. Melts my head. I wish I was just a normal lad. Oh, what am I on about? So, the classic shot, Langdale Pikes in the background. In fact, now we're even getting a little bit of mist just developing on the top of Elterwater here. There is some beautiful, subtle pink hues up there in the sky. And with the frame that I'm doing, you know, I'm fairly wide. We're even getting a little bit of the cloud up there at the top of the frame, which is brilliant. You know, I always prefer that to just a pure sort of clear sky, you know. So yeah, it's still really dark. There's something swimming about over there. F11, ISO 64 and 2.5 seconds. Of course, the sun hasn't come up just yet, so it's, it looks lovely. Someone's got a drone up there. That could be one of the photographers that I'm meeting, actually. Hello ladies and gents. We're out this morning with Paul Thompson, wonderful photographer and YouTuber, so I'll put his YouTube in the video description below. Definitely go and check him out. He does loads around the Lake District in Scotland, same as me. I think if you like what I do, you'll probably like what Paul does. And then this gentleman up here, Adam Gibbs. It's good to meet him actually. We've tried a couple of times, but obviously he's far from local, so
Hi.
Enjoying the morning?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. Especially with the swans.
Yeah, the swans, it's almost like they know what they're doing, giving us a little bit of foreground. But yeah, I think we're going to hang out here for a little bit longer. So it's just getting a little bit frantic as the light's got a tiny bit better. And well, you may be able to see just there as the river starts to meet the lake here, Elterwater. The golden light is just coming in from left to right, and there's a little bit of fog just sort of lingering on the top of the water there. And then I'm taking an image that's probably going to be quite abstract. I don't know if it's going to work, but if you can probably see the golden reeds on the right hand side as well, zoomed right in at 200mm, and there might be a little bit of frost in there as well from the grasses above it. I don't know, but I'll pop that one up for you to see now. Fingers crossed it's at least half decent. So yeah, the light has just got pretty amazing out of nowhere. See Paul and Adam taking a few shots there. Some other photographers in the background as well. But yeah, it's lovely. Honestly, like 1 minute it was a little bit naff, a bit flat, and then all of a sudden the sun has come up sort of behind from where we've been shooting. I'll show you this now. So I'm just trying to take a quick shot. See how the sun's just sort of peeking through them two tree trunks there? And I've stuck my wide angle lens on. Actually, purely just so I can try and get a bit of a sun star on the left hand side of the image, and I'm just moving from left to right slightly. Trying to do that sort of thing where, you know, one side of the sun is just peeking from behind the tree, but I'm really not sure, to be honest. It's all got a little bit frantic. So yeah, I've stopped down to f16. For me, that's like the best aperture on my camera, this lens, to get the sun star, and it's looking good on the previews. ISO 64 on 1/15th of a second. I think the light's nice, the sun's beautiful, the trees are a really nice subject as well. I'm just not entirely sold on the composition. So that was a frantic little session once that light came out, to be honest. It was, like I think I said, it was really unexpected, man. It proper came out of nowhere, but hopefully one or two of the shots came out all right. And yeah, we're going to take a walk, myself, Paul and Adam, to get some coffee, probably a bit of brekkie as well. But I'm going to keep my eye out on the way back, because actually if I spin you around, a lot of you will know if you know this area, but we walk along the river just to get back to where we've parked the vans, and it's still beautiful. The light's still really nice, so keep the eyes peeled. So we're just having a little bit of a pause. I sort of knew this was going to happen. Like I was saying, it's just, I mean, look at it. It's so beautiful on the banks of this river here, and oh man, it's still so still. Adam's just over there taking a few shots. I think he was taking them, looking back up towards some of the Coniston fells over there. You can probably see them lit up, and then we're all spread out now. Paul's a little bit further down that way, and I think he's trying to, you know, get some of these reeds down in the foreground and stuff. But yeah, I'm in the middle, in between both of them, not knowing what to photograph, but I'd like to get something else. So you can probably see here up in the background, we've got all these, I mean, incredible wider vistas, you know, trees off in the distance, beautiful peaks. Oh, look at this light that's coming through now. That is good timing. However, I'm taking a photograph here that's very, very intimate. And again, like the photograph I got earlier where we had the mist lingering on the river, probably just a little bit abstract as well. So you can maybe see down here, right on the banks of the river, we've just got these like really nice sort of yellowy beige coloured leaves, but when that sun is shining through from behind us, like it is now actually, it just enhances the vibrancy of them ever so slightly. So I've got the 24 to 200mm lens on, I think, yeah, oh, just under 200mm, and I'm zooming right in, and the goal here is to really try and isolate the tops of these reeds that are looking wonderful. So I'm at f6.3, which is giving us a nice little bit of background blur behind the subject as well, behind the reeds. ISO 64 on 1/8 of a second, and I'm just trying to have them off center to the left hand side a little bit. Now I think what is making this image is something that I haven't used in a while, and that is my polarizing filters. You can see I've got it on the front there, the Nissi polarizer, and it is just helping to give separation between the subject and the water in the background, mostly giving us contrast. So the reeds themselves are quite bright in colour, that sort of yellowy orange colour like I was saying, but then the water with the polarizer fully in use is like really darkening the water. It's like a black colour. I'll tell you what, I'll show you now exactly what the polarizer is doing. So as you've seen it there, that's without any of the polarizer whatsoever, or very, very minimal. And watch as I spin the polarizer around, watch what it does to the background. It's pretty slow, sorry. Oh, you can just see that darkness coming in. Look at that. And it just allows the subject to pop. Very, very good use of the polarizer there. This image would not have been the same without it. So before we go and get the coffee, let's go and have a quick chat with Paul and then maybe Adam as well and see what sort of things they're photographing. Putting you on the spot here, mate. What are you photographing? How's it going?
Yeah, all right. I'm just using these reeds in the foreground.
Yeah.
With that reflection of the Langdales in the bottom there, and if you see that these reeds kind of dip down.
Yeah, that's fair actually. Yeah, like right to left. Yeah.
So it kind of mirrors.
Yeah.
In the, the peak in the background there. So
yeah, it is
tried
nice.
That yesterday.
Yeah.
Just wanted to try it again and see what it looked like.
Ah, fair enough.
I think amongst all these frosty reeds.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying, or we were just saying before, we maybe should have been over here taking our photographs because it's, well, a fair bit nicer, but it's always the way, isn't it? Right, let's see if we can see what Adam's doing. Cheers, mate.
No worries.
Oh, he's ages away, look. You might see a little red speck over there. I'll have to gather up my stuff before I head over there, I think. Putting you on the spot. What are you photographing?
Oh, well, yesterday I was photographing these oaks.
Yeah.
And even though there's not any leaves on them, they're backlit, they're beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice at the minute, isn't it? Yeah.
So yesterday's shots were pretty good, but with the frost on the grasses, it looks even better. So I'm basically repeating what I did yesterday.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, I was just saying to Paul, it was probably even nicer over here than where we spent the morning.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just different, isn't it, from where we were?
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to go for the grand landscape, pretty simple shot. But you're right, this with the river here and there's still a bit of mist. I mean, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. So I think now might be time for the coffee.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just before we left for the cafe, I spotted an abstract composition amongst all of the frozen reeds just off the path. The light was shining through beautifully, and this is what I got.
So I hope you like that last little shot there. Again, very abstract, you know. I'm enjoying that type of photography, and I think winter is a very good time to do it because of course you get all the frost and things like that and the ice. Brilliant. So I am going to leave you now because I'm mad for my coffee. I think the lads are gearing up for it as well, but thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember, hit the subscribe button if you want to follow me along on my little Advent series here where 24 videos for 24 days throughout Advent. It's heavy going, but I'm enjoying the challenge, and yeah, I'd love to have you along on the journey. Thanks for your support, and I shall see you on the next adventure. Out.